What is your reaction to Trudeau going?
Well, I watched his resignation speech. You know, I've never heard Justin Trudeau say a true word in his entire life. Like, I'm a pretty astute clinician, and I can, if I pay attention, I can tell the difference between someone who's, you know, merely wrong and trying his best, and someone who just lies with every single breath. And he is definitely a person like that.
Piers Morgan goes speechless as Jordan Peterson exposes Justin Trudeau for the phony and fraud that he is. As many of you I'm sure know, Justin Trudeau recently has declared that he will be resigning as Prime Minister of Canada. Womp, womp. Needless to say, he will not be missed, and good riddance. One kind of interesting bit of analysis I've heard about this from some Canadians is that while it is great news that Trudeau is gone, it actually could backfire in a way because perhaps there will be a new Liberal Party who will step up and possibly get elected because a lot of the hate will be directed at Trudeau rather than the whole party. Whether or not that's true will remain to be seen because, of course, the Liberal Party in Canada sucks, and many Canadians indeed are awakened to that fact. So who knows? Maybe Pierre Poilievre, if that's how you say it, will get in. Maybe he won't. I don't know. We'll see. With all that being said, we're gonna get right into the video, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But first, do me a big favor here. Like our video and share it around so we can keep bringing you guys this great, hard-hitting content. As always, my friends, I'm your host, Darian, and this is Resist the Mainstream.
I'll just ask you something completely separate, which is Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada, an old bête noire of yours, but finally falling on his woke sword, the man who hectored a young female student for using the word mankind. He said, around here we use the phrase people kind, so we don't offend people. I think that mindset from a man who also regularly wore blackface while lecturing us all about racism is long overdue that he's gone. His record with policies in Canada has been disastrous as well. But what is your reaction to Trudeau going?
Well, I watched his resignation speech. You know, I've never heard Justin Trudeau say a true word in his entire life. Like, I'm a pretty astute clinician, and I can, if I pay attention, I can tell the difference between someone who's, you know, merely wrong and trying his best, and someone who just lies with every single breath. And he is definitely a person like that. Everything he does is an act. And his resignation speech was an act.
You remember when Justin Trudeau said that gun ownership is a Canadian tradition, that he will never go after people's guns because that wouldn't be the right thing to do? How did that go?
Because today he started out with the words, well, everyone knows that I'm a fighter and I don't give up. And I mean, Piers, I don't know about you, but I can't imagine myself ever saying something like that in public. Who would say that?
I know.
I'm a fighter.
Especially as you're giving up.
Really?
Especially as you're literally giving up.
Well.
It's like, I quit,
yeah,
but I'm not a quitter.
You know,
yes, you are. You're literally quitting in front of our eyes.
Yeah. Well, and it's also the case that you saw in that opening salvo exactly his preoccupation with himself.
Yeah.
It's like,
narcissist.
This is all a drama about Justin Trudeau as far as Justin Trudeau is concerned. You all know I'm a fighter. It's like, actually, Justin, at the moment, we don't give a damn if you're a fighter. Actually, we don't give a damn about you, period. This isn't about you. It's about the fact that over 9 years, you have moved Canadians from parity in terms of per capita GDP. We were equal to the Americans 9 years ago, equal. And now we're at 60%, which is also, by the way, the case for you guys in the UK. And that's 100% attributable to Justin Trudeau and his, like, nightmarish, woke, leftist, weak policies. And it's exactly the same cabal of self-serving narcissists that have been in power so often in the UK and that are responsible for the clamorous silence surrounding these sadistic rape gangs. And
speaking of wacko far left policies in Canada, you ever see that video of the Canadian mother? She's a single mom crying because she can't even afford to feed her family. The energy bills were getting so out of hand that they were more than her mortgage she was paying in electricity and water bills. That's insane. Just think about that. She would talk to Trudeau about it. Canadian Parliament was crying, saying she barely has $65 left every 2 weeks to feed her children. And how did he respond? Like a perfect narcissistic psychopath would. Doesn't show any remorse at all. Basically says, well, you know, I understand that you can't afford things, but yeah, this carbon tax, we're doing it anyways. Yeah, they're going to tax them and punish them for driving cars after already skyrocketing all their other energy bills. That is just sick. And Trudeau, there's clearly some kind of psychopathy going on as far as I'm concerned. Dude is a narcissist. He is heartless, just like many other US politicians. You know, it really reminds me of the Biden administration and how they would gaslight the American people constantly, especially with the economy. Oh, the economy is great. You know, we just added new jobs. Oh, we're making things so much better. Yeah, shut up. Stop complaining, peasants.
I'm so glad he's gone. He was a curse. My country is in worse shape by far than I've ever seen it in my entire life. And we don't have any idea yet how much damage he did, because all we know is what we've heard with the Liberals in power. And the true picture is going to be much more hideous than has already been exposed. And the most likely outcome is this is all going to be dumped on Pierre Poilievre, and he's going to have to take the hit for it. What did he say? I interviewed him last week. He said, the Liberals had the party and I get the hangover. And it's like, yeah, well, he'll get the hangover all right, get blamed for it all, and Canadians are going to suffer dreadfully. Yeah. And it's really awful. And it is this shallowness, this shallow, self-serving narcissism that characterizes so much of the elite class, more or less across political lines, that has put Canada in the doldrums that it's in, and is also responsible for the state of your country, which is dreadful. And it's I don't know if you guys in the UK understand how sad it is for us in Canada and in the United States to watch what you're doing to yourself. I mean, the UK is a great country. When I go there, I go to Oxford, I go to Cambridge, to these remarkable places in London, see your unbelievable deep history, understand how much the world owes the UK in terms of, say, the establishment of common law and decent government everywhere, including places like India. We owe the UK such an immense debt. True. And to watch you guys spiral yourselves into the ground for this idiot, weak political correctness that's gone so far that you can allow your working class women to be raped en masse sadistically and say nothing about it, and gaslight people who are telling the truth. It's so sickening. It's so demoralizing.
And it's not just these insane rape gangs, as bad and horrible as that is. The United Kingdom doesn't even believe in freedom of speech anymore. It's kind of crazy. You know, this whole idea that the West was supposed to bring freedom, you know, a bastion of freedom to the world that people can look at as a model. And now they're disgraceful. It's really quite disgusting.
It's almost unspeakable. We all pray, hope and pray here in Canada and the US that you get your act together and grow some spine again and put your damn country back together and stand up to these bloody psychopathic bullies and the woke green mob, because it would be a dreadful shame to lose you.
Well, you're not going to lose us, Jordan. There are enough of us here who still think it's a great country, albeit we have been run by some extremely poor leaders now for a very long period of time. And that is what we need to fix. You can only fix countries with great leaders. History shows us that. So I think there's a lot of pressure now for this country to do, as you say, and get its act together. We are all a bit sick of being viewed that way around the world. I hear it from a lot of Americans. What the hell is happening in your country? Yeah. I don't really have a good answer. Jordan Peterson, as always, brilliant to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed.
Well, hope you guys enjoyed that. You know, something that concerns me about the United Kingdom and Canada alike is that they are essentially a preview of what is to come in the United States, because they're always just a little more far ahead on the leftist spectrum, generally speaking. Quite scary. But maybe we can turn that negative into a positive by stopping it in America before it is too late. One can only hope. With all that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it all. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you guys again soon. God bless.